Hello, everyone. Welcome, choir nerds especially. Welcome to a favorite topic of mine. I know, I say everything's my favorite topic, but another favorite topic of mine here on Nerd Moments, where I connect with you all and talk about different topics of passion that we all love and enjoy, different nerddoms, put them together and apply them to our daily lives. The love of music and musicality applies in many different ways to our daily lives, but I want to talk about one in particular today within vocal music. As I said, for those of you who did solo or ensemble vocal performance, and all of the intricacies that go into that are numerous. So some of the skills and practices that we have within learning to sing apply directly to our daily lives as far as habit training, as well as a reflection of some of the things that we go through on a daily basis outside of vocal training. Today we'll focus in on the most obvious example, which would be sight reading, which for those of you who are not choir nerds is quite a trip when you are first learning how to read music, especially in the vocal sense. So life is like sight reading. The first piece of sight reading is you absolutely have to know your fundamentals to get anywhere in the music. So what you're doing in sight reading is you are taking a typically new musical piece, whether for a practice or for a competition or just for personal growth. You're taking time to sit down and, okay, I've never seen this piece before. Let's break down all of the pitches and the rhythms, all of the different pieces, and just run through it and see what it's like in the most basic sense. Give it a try. Give it a run. If you don't understand the fundamentals of music, how pitches interact with each other, how those rhythms and all of those pieces function together, you're already in a complete blunder. So you have to get through that first step. Same in life. If you have those fundamentals in place, if you have certain practices and understandings of how life functions, you can go a lot further in what you're trying to accomplish. Life is like sight reading because practice makes better. Practice improves the opportunities that you have within reading that piece of music that you're trying to learn for the first time. And it's the same with life. We don't know all of the steps of what we're going to do in our daily lives or for the years to come. Lay out as much of it as you can based on those fundamentals, and then take that step of laying it in, day out, and learning those steps. Which of course brings up the next point, that just like life, sight reading, both, sometimes it's rough, sometimes it's hard. Sometimes you're you're going to be doing just fine reading through the piece of music or going through your daily life, and then there's that random piece in the song or in your day that was unexpected or you did not prepare for appropriately reading ahead through the song, that throws you completely off guard, and then you just blunder the rest of the song, or you recover. That's okay. That is the point of sight reading. Sight reading is not about making it perfect. That's why I purposefully said practice makes better, not practice makes perfect, as is the traditional phrase. This is your first run. You have only one shot with life, and sight reading we can do more than once. That's where the analogy ends between sight reading and our daily lives. But even so, you still have that opportunity to apply it as directly as possible in that practice. The other powerful piece of sight reading that matches with your lifestyle is you have to work with people. Unless if it is a solo study, most examples of sight reading that my fellow nerds in the choir world are going to relate to is working with an ensemble, working with your team or your section, whether it's basses, altos, sopranos, tenors, all of those. You have to be able to work together to really hash out your part in the song so that your practice then reflects greater upon the entire group of the choir. So what does that mean? Not only do you need to tighten in your understanding of the fundamentals of music and your own practice, but then that has to reflect along with those that are working alongside of you and empowering everyone to work together effectively to create music in the way that we love it. The final piece about sight reading that I want to cover that relates to life is critique. In choir or in ensemble or even in solo, you're always going to have a mentor or conductor, a leader who is going to give you feedback about the things that you are doing well in the practice of sight reading to improve your overall understanding of the piece of music that you're reading. Same in life. You're going to have those people who you look up to or you have asked to come alongside you to give you leadership. And because of the nature of leadership and coaching and mentoring, you have to be ready to receive those critiques and then apply them on the second go of that aspect of your life or that music to improve it, to make it better, to make it more wonderful. And that's the beauty of this comparison of sight reading and life, is sight reading is an effort to hash through those first steps in a piece to make the music in the end term, the end goal, that much more beautiful and that much more complete throughout the whole ensemble of individuals singing the piece. Same in your life. It is just like having a complete symphony on the back end. Same with your life. Having that complete song as beautiful as all of the voices come together with all that they have studied from sight reading to finish on that particular piece of music. Same for your life. You can become a masterpiece in your own right, applying all of these different pieces of what sight reading is. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed. Choir nerds, I look forward to your responses because some of you are going to be like, oh, I relate. Others of you are going to have things to add on. I want to hear it. I want to see what those things are. Those of you who have no idea what this is about, you're not a choir nerd, that's okay. There are many different nerddoms out there and I love to talk about them. So put in the comments things that you want me to talk about, other nerddoms, or watch some of the other videos too. There's a bunch that I have continued to release on this channel. So thank you for tuning in, like, comment, subscribe, and I will check in with you next time. Bye!